Hello, soul family. So this is going to be a impromptu special romance love reading. I'm not too sure what I'm going to title it just because I want to get the messages out there first. And so these messages are going to be for basically the souls that are meant to receive these messages. So please do take the messages as they resonate with you. So I will be focusing on what is preventing you from aligning with the proper energies when it comes to calling in your person, your twin flame, your soulmate, your counterpart. Okay, so whatever label you want to place on this person, that is for you to decide. I am not going to tell you who this person is and what label to place on them. That is not what I do. I am acting as a messenger, as I've been guided to do for the last year on my channel. So where are we at in the current energy? So by the way, this is going to cover the general overall energies of where the blocks are in your alignment. And I'm going to continue this reading over the extended version, which will be available on my website in the description box below at mintuitiontarot.com. So if you feel like these messages are really calling you and they're resonating and you want to know where this goes, I go deeper into these messages over at my website. So it's an extended version. You can purchase it, you can buy it. I think there's only going to be one option, so to basically buy it. I know a lot of people give the option to rent. With the buy option, I think you'll have access to it forever, so you can replay it as many times as you wish. So please go ahead and do so if you feel called to. Okay. We are in a new year, a new decade, and so for sure my channel needs to adjust as well. My energies are shifting. I've received an activation recently, and so I haven't been feeling well in the last 24 hours really. A lot's going on in my sacral chakra. I'm glad that the third eye and the crown is so far stable. Ever since I went to New York, I really received some beautiful grounding and motivating energies there. So I'm in this phase of integration, and probably so are you if you are a light worker and if you are, following this path in spirituality and trying to just better align yourself, right? And it's not easy because we're not seeing results as fast as we want them, right? But we are here to help you. We are messengers of the light. So let's get right to it. Please hit that like button if you enjoy these messages, and let me know if they resonated with your story and if they motivated you. Honestly, this is what I want to do with my channel this year, is motivate people and inspire people to get on the right path. And I know how difficult that can be sometimes when you have blockages. All right, so let's just take a sip. Go ahead and take a sip of your hot beverage or cold beverage or whatever you're doing or eating or drinking. Okay. So the overall messages that came through here before I pressed record. Okay, so it was really about, so I'm going to show them to you. We got fresh air and ground yourself. So notice how these two energies are speaking of putting ourselves in a different vibration that allows us to see things clearly. Okay, so when we go outside, so it's for sure the message says fresh air, go outside, and you'll, basically, when you're near Mother Nature, open your curtains, windows, refresh your home. I think there's this sense of newness in the air for a lot of you. However, you're still integrating these new energies, a little bit like what I am doing in my activation. Okay, so it's like something new wants to get to you, collective, but it's not able to get grounded yet. Okay, so a lot of it is maybe still in your cerebral region. I'm feeling a lot of you are still in your head about, where am I going? What am I doing? Am I going to leave that person? How am I going to do this? So it's really about grounding yourself. Okay, so grounding ourselves really sets the intention that we are in the here and the now. So a lot of you are not aligned because you're living in the future, or you're living in the past, or you're stuck in your head. You're mentally entrapped. Why? Now, why do I say that? Because I just want to make sure that they don't have any other messages for me in this card, because I want to move forward with the tarot. Yeah, earthing yourself. So really being present means that you are conscious of how amazing you're being given this gift, the second chance at restarting your life. Maybe some of you are thinking of rebuilding your life, and it takes those rude awakenings for us to really find a solid footing. So grounding is something that is difficult for a lot of you. I see that is that you're kind of walking on shaky ground right now. So this is part of the reason why you're not able to align with the right relationship, the right partner. Within yourself, there's this lack of self-confidence about where you're going and about who you want to connect with, who you feel comfortable with. Okay, so a lot of this is due to the Nine of Spears. So the Nine of Wands here, I feel like I'm speaking to a lot of people who've been through a lot of heartbreak, because we do see the Hangman in this particular card being hung right here. You've been in this position many times before, and probably many lifetimes before. So it's creating this defense mechanism, I'm hearing. And when we are in this place of defensiveness, this fight or flight type of way of going about things, we become ungrounded. And when we're not grounded, we're not aligned. We're not aligned with the energy that we want to call in. Being grounded also means being safe. You don't feel safe within your situation. You don't feel safe within yourself. There's something unstable about what you're feeling, which is completely normal, right? We are going through some major cosmic shifts that are pretty much testing our ability to trust ourselves, to trust the emotions that come up, to honor ourselves. A lot of you, like I said, there's this newness in the air, right? There's this fresh perspective. They're actually telling you, for a lot of you, I feel, to follow this new way of seeing things, this new possibility, these new possibilities. We got the Fool. However, some of you are still not sure on which path to take. You see the character here in this card, he has this flame in his hands. However, he feels a little bit hesitant, more hesitant than the Fool in other decks, right? But these are new energies, guys. When I talk about me adjusting to my new energies, this card brings in new energies and new messages. So we're not following the traditional, cards here. So he feels like there's a new possibility on the horizon, but I'm not sure if this is gonna lead me in the right direction. Well, you don't know that until you take that leap of faith. But there is this sense of new energy coming through, right? Fresh air. When we go outside and we tell people, go outside and get a breath of fresh air, it's like this breathing in this new perspective, this new way of thinking, this new, you put yourself in. They're showing me a bubble now. I feel like they're telling me something about a bubble. It's a new bubble. Your old bubble popped, and now it's time to form this new bubble, this fresh bubble. that's focusing on possibilities. Now, the Nine of Spears, again, that's the wounded warrior type of an energy here. A lot of you, again, here we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess does not show us exactly what is going on, right? She has the scroll in her hands. She also speaks of light and dark. So for me, it's also telling me you're trying to master the male and the female energies, the masculine and the feminine energies within yourself. So if you don't master the masculine and the feminine energies within yourself, then it's difficult to align with someone who has those energies that are balanced, because essentially we all want to find someone who is balanced within the masculine and the feminine, right? Because that's what causes problems, is when someone is too much in their masculine or too much in their feminine. So I really do feel like what's going on astrologically on June, July, January, let's keep it together. January 10th, January 12th, there are energies that are pointing the sails in a new direction and telling you and asking you to get serious about how to align yourself. It's relying on your inner navigation. Yes, your emotional world is going to help you get there. However, what have you learned from your past experiences? Are you just going to stand here and say, no, I'm too scared to get through it all. There's just too much to bear. It's just too much that's at stake, I'm hearing. So building with someone is what is being hidden from you, right? The Three of Pentacles. We want to team up with people. And I'm hearing for some of you that are now this is not for everybody, because I am focusing on the blockages in alignment when it comes to attracting our person. For some of you, be careful, because some of you might have contracts, papers to sign, and there's something about these contracts that are being hidden. Okay, so that's just for maybe a few of you, or maybe just one of you. Now, yeah, okay. So what they're telling me here is that with the crowning energy being grounding ourselves and really putting ourselves in the present moment and appreciating and getting more aware of our body and of our physical world, getting more aware of our place in the world, okay, and getting out of our head. This creates a new, again, bubble. It creates this new bubble, this new opportunity for you to step into. They're saying bubble because I feel like some of you do need to protect yourself from lower vibrational frequencies. It does make, Saturn and Capricorn, and with Pluto, and it's all about healing, but there's a sense of protection. Like, it's time to protect your energy now. Stop giving your energy to any old Tom, Dick, or Harry, okay? It's time to stay grounded and focus and get serious about what it is that you want to attract. But in order to do that, it's telling me that you need to let go of this fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failing, fear of failure. Now, a lot of you are still operating in this old way of being, old conditioning. Now, the Hierophant can be a Taurus. Taurus is all about value, values, what's valuable to me. But the Hierophant here is telling me, who are you looking up to for guidance? It's also telling me tradition, the conventional way of finding our 10 of Cups is being dismantled by these energies in the air, Saturn and Pluto, and all the other aspects that are going on. I'm not going to get into the astrology in this video, okay, guys? Now, a lot of you have to walk away from the old ways of starting relationships, of finding happiness, okay? it's I'm seeing focus on the light here in this deck. Focusing on the light means you're focusing on who you are. What's your authentic truth? A lot of you are or have been conditioned to it's funny, I see 8 of Cups in both decks here. To people please. You adjust yourself based on what other people need, what other people needed. You know, it's you're scared. You're scared of losing out on something that this person promised. You're scared of, you're basically scared of the new ways of being in relationships. But we're walking into a completely different vibration on Earth. The frequency is going to change. So there will be some course corrections and people will have to walk away. So I do see someone having to walk away with that 8 of Cups, guys. I see it in 2 decks. Like, you can't make this shit up. 8 of Cups. In order to find balance. Yeah, in order to find balance. Look at that. Justice. Justice will prevail. Things will be just and fair. For some of you, I think it's all about walking away from this old way of thinking, this old way of behaving, this old way of functioning in relationships. It's no longer working for where we're going. Okay, so I'm going to get 1 or 2 cards out, and then we are going to bring this into the extended version. Okay, so what other messages, dear God, dear spirit guides, can help with, oh God, 2 of Coins, options. Okay, now I want to, I'm really focusing on what's not aligning, right? So here we have the 2 of Coins. The 2 of Coins speaks of having options or finding a balance between 2 things. Finding a balance within ourselves, within the masculine and the feminine energies. But when it's in reverse, it's saying that it's too much. It's too much. You keep going back and forth. It's time to decide. It's time to choose a lane. Your energy is stuck in this indecisiveness. This is what's going on here about whether or not you want to move forward in a new direction. Okay, the stars will align. You see how the stars are aligned here when she decides to walk away from these cups that are not fulfilling her anymore. She moves away from these cups and she moves towards the moon and the stars. There's just too much happening. There's just too much going on. Some of you, this can be also a third party because it did fall on the 3 of Pentacles. Who are you giving your attention to is extremely, extremely, oh man, this is why they call it the bubble. Put yourself in a bubble, in this new bubble, but ground yourself. But don't be scared because you're going to be protected if you set the intention. Okay, yeah. Some of you, it's requiring a lot of temperance. So temperance speaks of balance. There's too much imbalance. This is why you're not aligned. And for others, it's taking some major patience here. But for a lot of you, I feel like it's the balance thing. You're balancing too much. You're juggling too many things. Okay. And a lot of you are trying to do this on your own, juggling, balancing, trying to figure out how to get aligned and how to walk away and whatever you got going in your relationship status or issues. Ask for and accept support from others. Now, this is all about connecting with like-minded souls, guys. That will probably make you understand a different perspective. Because remember, we are in the fresh air, the bubble that is allowing fresh new energy that allows us to get grounded. And when we're not grounded, we are scared. We are stuck in the 9 of Wands energy that prevents us from moving forward, from choosing a path. Why? Because we're too stuck on the old, on the traditions, the traditional way of getting our 10 of Cups. So there's just a lot going on from what I see here. But let your friends help you, or your spirit guides. They're telling me to tell you that a lot of you don't reach out to them. Just because you don't see them, it doesn't mean they're not there. Tune in and see. What are they telling you? What do you, yeah, chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction there. Okay, so as soon as you allow for divine assistance, as soon as you start aligning with people, places, and things that can help you get there, as soon as you start trusting in the right people, once you put this armor around you, this protection bubble, it helps you stay grounded, then you will, chemistry, the attraction, that's when you'll be able to pull in what belongs on your path. We'll pull out one more. Yeah. Okay. So there's an imbalance in finances for a lot of you. I feel like this is maybe the problem here. Maybe some of you are stuck to a person because of the finances, but it's time to come into your power, guys, in the month of January moving forward. Financial issues. Some of you are wondering, are you going to be able to make it on your own? Listen, I'm doing it, and it's challenging. However, why would you stay with someone just for that reason? That's so disempowering. You know what I mean? You need to really focus on your truth, and your truth says that you need to do this on your own. Then solutions are going to come to you. And ask for help from others. And maybe that's asking family and friends, but people who you can trust. Maybe you've learned the lesson that some people you cannot trust, which is completely fine. Spirituality is what's going to get this person to come towards you. Opening up to spirit. Your spirit, this is all about your spiritual path. You are meant to have these blockages so that you can learn the lesson about who to trust, so that you can come into your power and hold your own here with the finances and career. I think maybe it's time to get yourself a new job. For some of you who are, relying on a spouse or a partner, it's time to really set yourself up. Capricorn, we are in Capricorn season. There's like 5 planets in Capricorn. Wants us to get serious, wants to think long term. Is this person helping you get to the long term? But also, is this person aligned with your truth, with your emotional, at this point we're getting emotional and vulnerable with ourselves because it's important. That's where our truth comes from, our emotions. So guys, I hope these messages are insightful, and I hope I can see you on the other side. If this is where we part ways, my beautiful collective, well, I am wishing you the best day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. But if you want to continue with me in the extended version to see where this unfolds, basically we're going to see, if we're able to align with the proper energies, where can we go? What can we find on the other side? So I'll see you on the next one, guys. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of blessings your way. Take care.